Hi, welcome to the DBA Minute. I'm Brad McEwen of Lakeside DBA, and today we're going to be getting rid of a database. Let's get started. So I have 4 databases here. We're going to drop 2 of them, and we're going to detach 2 of them, each one using the GUI and also using SQL. So the first one's easy. So right-click, delete. You're going to get a choice. It says, "Are you sure?" I generally like to close existing connections, especially if I have to do this on a development system, just to make sure that I'm not going to be in competition with any developers. Hit OK, it goes away. If we switch to the hard drive, you'll see that the files actually no longer exist from the first one. The delete has gotten rid of them. The second we're going to do through TSQL, and that's just the drop database command. So run that. Command completed successfully. Let's go check the files again. And this one also, SQL Server has removed the physical files from the disk. If you're dealing with a database of some size when you run this, depending on your I/O and the disks underneath, it could potentially take a while. So something to be aware of. The other interesting thing about running this through SQL instead of the GUI is that it doesn't actually repaint the databases list. So you have to go here and actually refresh it, and then to actually see the difference. The third thing we're going to do is we're going to detach. And the difference between a detach and a delete is that in detaching, so tasks, detach, and this is drop connections. Same thing as the other one, just reduces the amount of competition. So, just like the other GUI-based operations, it's going to go ahead and repaint the screen. It's going to refresh it. But a detach actually leaves the files on disk, so they're still there. So I can move them around. I could reattach them if I needed to do something to the physical files themselves. There are backup restore scenarios where this is very useful. Then last, we're going to detach the database using TSQL, and that's this command is the actual detach. But again, the set single user rollback, that's going to force the death of all connections by changing it to single user right before we detach it. So I'm going to go and do that. Okay, now it's actually detached, but again, the user interface hasn't refreshed. And what gets interesting is if you come and you try and do something to it, it takes a second. It's going to eventually complain that it can't find it. While we're waiting for the error to pop up, you can see that the files have not actually gone away, even though it is successfully detached. Okay? And you get this sort of indirect error message about object reference not set to an instance. That's okay, we know it's not there. But if you refresh, see, it goes away, even though it showed up in the list. Just something to be aware of. This has been the DBA Minute, and I'm Brad McEwen.